Well, Southern California is known for its great weather, but you might remember early this year when much of Los Angeles was devastated by a Sharknado. Well, that Sharknado was actually a movie put out by the studio known as the Asylum. And as Peter Musurlian reports in this Burbank On Demand cover story, the Asylum is located right here in Burbank.
The Asylum is located about 100 yards from the 16 state-of-the-art screens at the AMC theaters in downtown Burbank. But over 17 years, none of the movie studio's films has played there. But don't think that means failure.
We've made almost 200 movies and not one of them has lost a dime.
David Michael Latt and Paul Bales are two of the three partners that run the Asylum, which cranks out 2 to 3 films per month, most of which go immediately to DVD and/or video on demand like Netflix. Some films land on television first.
In some cases, we're paid by whether it's a television network or a video company. They give us the money, and we take that money. Sometimes we make more money if the film is particularly successful. Just depends on where we've sold it.
Leave right now!
The 17-year-old company, which started in an apartment, jumped around Los Angeles as it grew, and 4 years ago moved to this 11,000 square foot Burbank location.
And now expanded to the place across the street, another 6,000 or 7,000 square feet. So, and then I'm sure we're going to want 40,000 square feet in about a year or two. So
we're going to take that theater across.
Yeah, that AMC theater. Watch out! Watch out!
I have a message for you.
We're constantly, feeding the beast, and we need to make sure that there's a cash flow going. We have no debt, we have no investors. It's just us making movies, and it still has, for good or for bad, this kind of "let's go make a movie" mentality. And the people that we hire pretty much have that same mentality, which is this nonstop, inexhaustible energy to making films, and they're kind of crazy.
Looking at some of the movie posters that adorn the Asylum studios, you might think some of the titles look familiar. When the major studios do it, that similarity is called drafting. The folks at the Asylum, though, have received a special name for the movies they produce: mockbusters.
We're capitalizing on the energy that an audience brings that wants to see a particular subject. So if they're interested in robots that transform, no one's going to be fooled by going to see our film Transmorphers and the thing that's the Michael Bay film. They know exactly what it is. They're just interested in seeing a plot line that involves more robots that turn into things.
Latt and Bales say they are not trying to fool anyone to take business away from their competitors. In fact, they think they help.
And I don't believe for a second that there's ever been a situation where somebody's watched one of our mockbusters and then not gone to see the studio version. It's just, it's ridiculous. But some of our most financially successful films are War of the Worlds, Mega Piranha, Battle of Los Angeles. Those are some of the ones that made the most money, but I would say that our most successful film really is Sharknado.
Storm's coming and it's coming fast. Just can't sit back and watch this.
The thing that caught us by surprise about Sharknado is that everybody sort of knew that the title was catchy and unusual and out there, but I don't think we anticipated the public groundswell of response across the United States.
We're gonna need a bigger chopper. Maybe it's what happens when 90210 meets Twister and Jaws.
Twitter starts a conversation, we finish it. A lot of people joining in on Twitter with Sharknado. Sharknado!
Here's some TV news. Tara Reid is saying now that she will not commit to doing a sequel to Sharknado. That's right. Not until she sees a script first. But don't worry, producers just released the script today. Take a look. That's it right there. Shark, Sharknado 2. Part 2. I'll do it.
The unique thing on that was it was one of the first times that we brought together several of our disciplines, which are city destruction and sharks, which we have sort of a reputation for. This was the first one that brought all of those different disciplines, I guess would be the word, into one place and said, all right, guys, let's make this one sing.
Too many of them. We're gonna need a bigger chopper.
Claudia, move! It's time to leave Kansas, mate.
We don't know yet if Sharknado is going to be one of our most financially successful films, but it's definitely the one that made The Asylum a household name, at least in Burbank and Glendale.
My 8-year-old daughter screamed when the woman was eaten in the middle.
You're showing your 8-year-old daughter this movie? My 10-year-old daughter I wouldn't let watch this. What are you are? Oh my gosh! I think you need to see Child Social Services. I think this is.
Watch out!
Can't just wait here and wait sharks to rain down on us.
In order to make money on every film, The Asylum has developed a successful formula. Films are done for under $1 million, some for way under $1 million, and it takes 4 months from start to finish, oftentimes shooting for only 12 days.
We have 12 people that work on it for 4 weeks and do about 700 shots, especially for Sharknado. So what they're doing is miraculous. We have benefited from everyone going out of business, and from us basically hiring people that have worked, at such a high level and have, begrudgingly come down here to the asylum because they need work, and otherwise their spouses will kick them out of the house.
We do the same kind of work. We do the same kind of compositing, animation, lighting. It's all part of the discipline. The difference is that we don't have as large of a team, nor do we have as long of a time to do it.
We're very cautious with our approach. Even though we're kind of out there and weird and energetic, we are very cautious. If it was just me, this company would have been run to the ground. Oh my God, after an hour.
It's really when I came in that it started to turn around.
This is, ever since he started stealing the money, it's been great.
I just steal enough.
Enough, and that's all you need is enough.
Can anybody hear me?
Let's go!
We have a runaway train!
Snakes on a train.
With similar themes and similar sounding movie titles, The Asylum has run into a little legal trouble with the major studios, but nothing they couldn't handle.
Usually studios, somebody else sends a letter, and in most cases I think the studios are used to having people fold once they get letters, and we don't fold. And in most cases, 99% of the cases, yeah, I'm sticking my finger in your face and asking for it. Most of the time they go away because they realize that it's just not worth fighting this. The Hobbit film made more in its first night than our company made all last year. So for anyone to argue that we're taking anything away from the studios is laughable. We're going to keep doing what we do, and most of the time there's never an issue with it. In fact, one studio that's suing us today does nothing when we do a mockbuster of their film tomorrow. It just happens all the time. It's just politics and ridiculous, and it's just movies.
Kill all these zombies.
Reporting from The Asylum, I'm Peter Musurlian with the Burbank On Demand cover story.